Yes. All right, good evening, everyone. I call this meeting of Hampton City Council to order. Today is July 9th, 2024, and it's 7:05 p.m. Would the clerk call the rules, please?
Councilman Musa,
Present.
Councilman Mahmoud,
Yes.
Councilman Al Samiri,
Yes.
Councilman Hassan,
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, Councilman Rafai, and Councilman Sedman are absent, but we do have a quorum.
Thank you. Let's rise for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
And
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
under God, with indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right, do we have any community announcements?
Just a long-standing one about the Team Wellness Center, still on there for the 15th through 19th. However, they are balking a little bit about being out front now, so just, I would say, watch Facebook for updates on that. We might have to move the location, because now they're a little sketchy on doing it out front, but we're working through that. They're saying the rig might not fit out front after the fact, but I think they'll be fine. Just watch Facebook.
All right. Any other announcements? All right, looks like we don't have any proclamations or recognitions and presentations. Do we have any additions or deletions to the agenda?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem.
I'd like to table this from new business. Number F, decision common council appointment to planning commissioner. I'd like to be table this one for the until next meeting.
Do we have any support for that?
Yes.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
No.
Mr. Mayor, can I
Yeah.
ask why you are tabling this?
We can,
So
You
we're
can-
not
we can
voting, we
discuss.
did not vote on this?
We got a board
Not-
on it.
I know, but you guys voted, now you're discussing, so you wanna retract, you wanna discuss before you vote on it?
I guess, yeah, they need to discuss
Okay.
before, okay. So, Councilman, go ahead.
No, I just want to ask Mayor Pro Tem, why are we tabling this?
We do a lot of things we table for the next meeting. Very rare times we're gonna ask why to the reason. Next meeting, Councilman Sadman will be here also. 5 people who can make the decision, it's better decision, in my opinion. And we can talk to our colleagues, see some of the conflicts they are going on. So maybe we can solve this one very smoothly and easily.
Yeah,
We
okay,
need-
good to
we
know.
don't need to go direct each other. Maybe I need to talk to 1, 2, or 3 of our councilmen. We can make the solution better.
So,
I don't have any disrespect with anybody else, but maybe if I talk, we can get something better solution.
So just for,
Mr.
for the council, the planning commission, the ex officio member is appointed by the city council. Every other member is appointed by the mayor. So this is your decision, guys, who should be the ex officio member from the city council in the planning. You guys will have to decide on it. I will try to stay away from influencing this decision because it's yours.
So, Mr. Mayor, is there more than one
Mr. Chair.
person?
It's only one person in the planning.
Is there more than one person interested for this position, or, I mean, I don't know.
It has to be one
From
city,
the council, not from the
one city
council.
council
So I
member.
think you guys are having a discussion outside the bounds of what you're talking about. So that would be a discussion for the F. Basically, you're doing what you were supposed to do in F right
Yeah.
now.
Mhm.
So gotta retract it, basically, are you tabling it or not?
Or
should
no,
be the
that's
only
all,
question.
discussion later.
Okay,
So-
so, do you guys wanna vote on tabling this resolution now?
Yeah, go ahead.
You wanna individually vote?
I mean, since
Yeah.
I think the city council should
cannot
make the decision, maybe it's better for all of them to be involved in this decision.
So table it until the next meeting, or
Next
table
meeting.
it until everyone's here?
At least next
At
meeting.
least for,
Whatever is
at least
listed.
for the next meeting.
I need to ask the person who's tabling it, I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
can't have everybody answer.
Do you have any idea what time, when gonna be Khalil will be coming back?
I don't believe this month.
or at least for next meeting, I wanna
Okay.
get in the next meeting.
Yes.
So to July, I believe it's the 25th, just one moment. July 23rd. All right, Councilman Musa,
Yes,
Councilman Mahmoud,
Well, I'll say no because this don't make sense when the other councilmen are coming. There's no specific date they are coming back for next week or not, so.
Councilman Al Samiri,
Yes.
Councilman Hassan,
No,
Mr. Mayor.
Do I have to vote on this one?
You do, unfortunately, it's a tiebreaker.
Okay. Well, even if I say no, I'm not gonna break the tie on this one here, because it's,
It's just, you're just voting to table it.
If you vote yes, it tables to the next meeting. If you vote no, it stays on this agenda.
well, what if it stays on this agenda and then we have the same outcomes now when we discuss?
Well, it's only a discussion, you're not voting on a resolution, it doesn't, you don't, you have to motion for a resolution for
yeah,
that.
it might gonna be
Right
motion.
now, it's only a
Okay.
discussion.
So let's keep it for discussion, but we're not gonna vote on
Sure.
it.
So
So
your vote
whatever
is-
we were
Wait.
gonna discuss now, we will discuss at the end, and then you guys decide.
So your
Okay.
vote is no.
So I would say no until we discuss it
So
today.
no, okay, so Mr. Mayor, the tabling of F to July 23rd has not been approved, so we will keep F on the agenda.
So we'll discuss it later.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a chance to hear everybody's opinion on it.
Mr. Chair,
Uh, I guess we're done after the voting
Mhm.
on this,
yeah, it's done.
yeah, so,
Do you have another addition?
Yup.
Do you have another addition?
Yes.
yes, go ahead.
I like to remove the resolution consent agenda D from the agenda.
Do we have support?
I'll second.
All in favor?
I,
No objections? All right, so we'll move,
Mr. Mayor?
yes,
I'd like to add a closed session. The city attorney has brought to our attention that there's some litigation that needs to be discussed on the Gordon case that has developed.
all right. So now we have the updated agenda. Resolution D from the consent agenda will move,
I
will,
still need somebody to motion to add the closed session, please.
Like to make
I'll
a
make the
motion.
motion.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
All right. So resolution D from consent agenda will be moved to be, to be resolution G in the new discussion, right?
No, he just removed it.
No, he said,
Yeah, I remove it.
he
It's
just
already
already removed
removed.
it. Okay, all right. All right, so,
Now we need, if that's any more additions, if no more additions to the deletions, we need to approve the agenda as amended.
I'll motion to approve the agendas.
second.
all right. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, so the amended agenda has been approved. So any more additions or deletions?
No, that's it. We already approved the
All right,
agenda.
so we move now to the public comment.
All right, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Matt, can you just let him, like, Cindy, Queen? You got 3 minutes.
Missing Big Maya today.
He's not
Hi.
Hello.
I just wanted to talk about an organization that I work for. It's called Global Alliance Solutions Foundation. And we're a 501c3 organization. We help refugees and asylees. And if they've been here up to 5 years. Okay, and they have to have status as a refugee or asylee. But we have a program called the Ethnic Community Self-Help Program. And we provide like basic needs, job training, education, ESL, tutoring. We have a lot of different workshops. We help with financial planning. We have a lot of different programs that help people, you know, get adjusted to living here and to be successful. Most of our staff speaks Arabic, but we have also staff that speak Pashto and Dari, which I'm not sure if there's too many people from Afghanistan here, but
No.
We do have staff that speak those languages, also French and Spanish. Okay, and then, we also have a program that's, that helps victims of human trafficking, both sex trafficking and labor trafficking. And for that program, you don't have to be a refugee or asylee. It's open to everybody. So it, you know, you could, the person could be, a US citizen and we would still help them. And also with that program, we have, we give presentations to the public, to educate people how to, see the signs and what to do if you suspect that somebody is being trafficked. So if you're interested in seeing a presentation about that, you can contact us.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Mr.
thank
Mayor,
you.
just a quick question. Sydney, I don't know how come you don't have any Bangla spoken employees, because Hamtramck is, if it's not majority, then in a second majority Bangladeshi population here. So I hope you'll hire someone who can explain in Bangla language to
Okay.
Bengali community. Also, do you have any customer service number we can relate it to the people or community?
Yeah, I have, some flyers
Sure,
and
I can-
my card. Should I just hand it out to
If you
people?
can give it to me, and I'll put them at the vestibule tomorrow.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay, yeah, and then you can contact.
Thank you so much, Cindy.
Okay.
Brian Wolf?
Hi, good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of the council, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brian Wolf. I'm the Director of Programming for an organization called Passenger Recovery. We're an organization that provides support to individuals and families who think they may have issues with substance abuse disorder, opioid disorder, alcohol, things like that. We've been a 501c3 in Hamtramck since 2016. We were nationally accredited by Faces and Voices of Recovery and ARCO in 2022, so we're officially nationally certified. And we got funding this year to open our community center on Kniff. We're on Kniff in the old convent across from St. Ladislaus, between the pawn shop and the new barber shop. We're open 5 days a week, and we basically provide peer recovery support services and counseling. So if anybody thinks they may have an issue, or a family member may have an issue with any kind of substance abuse disorder, simply wants to speak to someone, we can get people into treatment. We will take people to deal with resources, for example, clothing, food, counseling. We're basically a gateway to other services to help people who think, again, they may have a problem. Our services are all free of charge, and we do provide translation services in, we've checked pretty much any language that would be necessary in Hamtramck. We provide translation. And again, it's free of charge. We are financed, we're funded by the state of Michigan, by the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. So we're very officially certified. They checked us very carefully. And we're looking to expand our activities, and we also offer a lot of community activities, things like acrylic painting workshops, writing workshops, different activities. And if there is interest from the community, we're very willing to add other kinds of activities. So we're here for the community as a very neutral resource for people to just come in, and if they think they may want some help or advice, or just would like someone to talk to, we are available Monday through Sunday from 12 to 8 p.m. So if there's any questions for information, I'm going to leave some flyers here, and I'll also leave my business card. We're glad to be here in Hamtramck. There's a real need here. There are no services of this kind that are being offered here right now, and anything we can do for the community, we're just basically here to help. So please reach out and let us know if there's any need for any further services that we may be able to offer. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Bogdan Szydorski?
Hi.
And listen, I got an issue about speeding all over the city. I'm retired, and I took 1 day on my street, Poland Street. I count 120 cars go my street. 1% only keep 25. I saw the guys, they either driving 65 per hour in my street. You know, all residential street in Detroit, they got ski bump, make it down.
Speed.
Speed hump.
Speed humps, yeah.
And why Hamtramck got not this stuff? They speed all over the city. You know, you did a good job with it all over the stop and stop, but this is nothing means. They still going. Okay?
We'll work on that, for sure. Thank
I
you,
hope so.
thank you.
Thank you, Bhutan. Mr. Mayor, we have, one email comment. Mr. Mayor, you want to read that comment?
All right, this comment is sent by Mr. Blackwell, and he's saying, "Good evening. Mayor Golub is a hypocritical and crooked mayor. Unfortunately, Mayor Golub acts in the manner of a dictator because he cannot tolerate opposing viewpoints. He does not represent the true definition of freedom, democracy."
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, that is all the
Thank you.
public comment.
All right. No more comments that I can
That's
read?
it.
All
I
right.
saved the best for last.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, so we move now to the consent agenda, and this is approved in a single motion with no discussion. We have approval of minutes from the June 25th, 2024 regular city council meeting. B, approval of invoice register date ending July 9th, 2024. C, approval of pre-approved expenditure date ending July 9th, 2024. Can I get a motion?
I'll motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion carries. We move to the new business now. And we have the first resolution 2024-74, approving site plan review 2201 Kniff Street, Masjid Al Sunnah Mosque expansion.
Offer.
Second.
Mr. Mayor, I have Carolyn here to discuss this. Carolyn, is this?
All right.
One more, Carolyn. Okay, go ahead, Carolyn. And we also have representatives from the mosque here as well, if you want to hear from them.
Exactly, yep. Hello, council, hello, mayor. Basically, this is an expansion of a building. It's a mosque. It's currently 1 story. It's going to be 3 stories if approved. There's also a slight expansion to the rear, but mostly the expansion is going upward. The uses of the two new floors include offices, library, prayer areas. They're all listed in the site plan that you have received. There was a site plan report which was completed in March of this year by McKenna, along with a lot of details basically showing how it does conform to our zoning ordinance. They did need to go to the ZBA for something called expansion of a non-conforming building, which is pretty technical. There really were no issues with that, and that passed at the ZBA, I believe in June. And so that was kind of the only thing holding them up. Now they're here for site plan approval. If you approve it, they will go to the building department to begin pulling building permits.
All right, any discussion about that? Any questions? So it's gonna be second and third story, right?
Yes, so it's currently a single story. The plans are on board docs, but they're also here. So basically, it's just a 1 story with like a roof, kind of looks like a house right now, but it will be a 3-story building instead.
Okay. Would the Imam wants to elaborate on that? Do you like?
Bismillah wa salatu wa salam wa rasulillah. In the name of God, the most gracious, most merciful. If the city has any questions regarding the project, I'm here to answer. However, it's a noble project for the community where we service the youth, the adults, hoping and praying that we will bring about greater citizens as Muslims in Hamtramck. And we need to expand because we need a lot of office space, counseling room. We have a lot of social issues that we need to address. With that, we're requesting the city to give us permission to have this site plan approved. And I'm here to answer any questions that may need help to convince the mayor, the council, and the rest of the gentlemen and gentleladies to approve this project.
So you're gonna be the three floor.
Yes.
The three floor, they're gonna use the hall, the mosque, or they're gonna make one floor the office?
So the second floor is going to be the main prayer hall. The first floor is gonna have an office.
The first floor.
Yeah, as they have an office and what we call it a crying room. Like when, when there's children, you don't leave them in the prayer area because they make too much noise. So we gotta put them in what is known as a crying room, or a babysitting room, or a place where they will be looked after, so people can worship peacefully. Third floor is gonna have offices and library, and there's one place allocated for the imam's residence. So that's what the setup of the building is.
The imam, they're gonna live in the third floor.
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
I have one quick question too. How many people can accommodation for this prayer?
When you ask the questions about community, I'm not clear. Those who attend or those who
How many people going to attend?
It's inside plan of
It's in site plan right now. Right now, we have an average on a Friday, like 75 people. Daily prayer is about, I would say, 30, 35.
And do you have any special parking space?
No, we have been given the waiver of not to have parking since the beginning of our existence. I think there's a letter that has been submitted to the plan that we don't require parking because there's an ordinance in the city that has a waiver.
We also don't require it anymore in
Yep.
the district.
Growing, growing a Muslim population, I think that's not a bad idea to extend masjid. I see sometimes, our space goes really congested, so it's good that you're extending and spending money. I mean,
Most people in that neighborhood walk
Walk,
to,
yeah.
to the mosque. They don't require
parking.
parking.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Councilman.
No worries, okay. So, we have to speak little bit about the knowledge of this gentleman. This is the gentleman is most of the educated imam, not only the Islamic, about the US Constitution and Michigan Constitution. This is the gentleman brought the Constitution for us while we have a resolution to sacrifice the God that day, and he is the one brought the United States Constitution, the section, and Michigan State section. If we don't approve, we will be the lawsuit by the Constitution. So that kinds of imam and religious person, educated person, we need it in the Hamtramck city. And like a mayor said, that area, walking distance, lots of people come and pray. Sometime I go pray over there, and it is nice place, and should not be any issue. There is some question came from councilman, which floor gonna do what? All the floor will be used for this Islamic center. This is the clear answer. Thank you.
When we ask, what the floor, this place, because with this space, with the whole area, is not even one car to park a lot. We have to ask, what are you gonna do for this location? What are you gonna do for this space? You got no space for park a lot. You're gonna do Islamic, is okay. You're gonna do this and this and this, is no problem. And nothing to do with what we have behind. I don't care for that one.
I'm not
I would just ask for the place. What we have, the space, this location, do you have enough?
Are you asking about parking or the building?
Yeah, I think
itself?
Mr. Councilman asking how are you going to accommodate the parking? But as we say, many people walk to the most, probably don't
Most
need.
of people walk.
But he want to know what's the future, do you have any future plan for parking spot, I guess?
No, there is the variance, he don't have any right now. That's why he said.
We didn't ask him, give me the whole detail in your application. I just asked the place, the parking lot, the space. Do you have enough to use this space For a lot of things for Islamic, I agree with the Islamic. But this space for this location, do you agree this one, we gonna make enough to even one parking lot for the one car? I don't,
If it's okay, I'd like to speak to that.
yeah.
Okay, so we don't require any parking in C2, and we are not allowed to because of our ordinance require it. We can't require it for some and then not allow it for others, so it would be going against our own ordinance to require them to have parking. So if we have comments, it has to be something that's in accordance with our ordinance. Maybe if you see something that isn't in alignment with our ordinance that we've already adopted, that would be a proper reason to reject the site plan. But it can't be for parking because we do not currently, in our zoning ordinance, require anybody to have parking in C2.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, go
there
ahead.
is a couple of mosques don't have the parking. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
That's where we was 20, 30 years ago.
Well, still saying-
We ask now, I agree what you want to do for Islamic is okay. We gotta find out the space, we have enough for the parking lot. I don't say don't do that one.
I will answer
Do
your
whatever you
question.
want, but find out
I will answer
the
your
good
question.
place.
I will answer your question. As the good lady has mentioned, by law, we're not required, number one. Number two, in the beginning of our organization, we've been given this approval with a letter, an agreement, which you can check in the file, that, number one, we're not required to have, but in the event, and I'm not quoting, but the meaning, in the event we happen to have some sort of event that requires parking, then we will rent a bus or some coach to bring people from different directions of the Hamtramck area. Have we had any such thing? No. And theater, ANT theater. Every weekend, they have a program. And the place is full, including they use the library to park their cars. For us, we thank God, we have enough parking on Kniff, we have enough parking on Lumpkins, we have enough parking on Fleming, etc., for the limited amount of people that do attend. And we have not had any traffic issues in our area. And if there are any traffic issues in our area, Hamtramck has a DOT in place to ticket anyone who violates any parking regulations.
Thank you.
all right, thank you. Yes, Mr. Mayor.
The site plan you show us, it looks wonderful. And I asked you the question about the parking. I just want to ask you, do you have anything there? Say two, you don't need it. So I wish you good luck for everything, and we're gonna prayer there, and it looks a beautiful building.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And if you guys remember, we approved building 3 stories house in, and we discussed the parking, and that time we said it's okay. I mean, so it shouldn't be a problem whether it's for a house that's 3 stories. We already have one in Gallagher. We did not require parking space for that. So this is the same thing. All right, so I guess we can vote.
Mr. Mayor, I just wanted to add that this has been a long time coming. I've been working and going back and forth with the imam for a while on this. I'm excited personally to see this development happen. I think they're just fine with this and encourage the council to vote for it.
Thank you very much.
All right, and like Councilman Hassan mentioned, this is the guy who came in day one of the discussion of the sacrifice and told us about the whole story, and then he disappeared for 6 months, and then our attorney came back to that same point that he presented in the first meeting, so, which is the legal and constitutional point. So, thank you. So we can go ahead and vote on this.
Councilman Hassan,
Yes.
Councilman Al Samiri,
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud,
Yes.
Councilman Musa.
Yes.
Mayor, resolution 2024-74 approved.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so next resolution is Resolution 2024-75A, approving first reading and setting the date for the public hearing and second reading of Hamtramck zoning ordinance text amendment, Chapter 155.
Offer.
Second.
Mr. Mayor, we have Carolyn again to discuss this one. I just want to add that this one contains the fence amendment, which a couple of councilmen have asked for quite some time, that we had to send back to zoning, and then zoning did approve it and then send it back to you guys for final approval. But there is much more in this that Carolyn will elaborate to.
Right, so this has to come to council twice. This would be the first, today's the first date, and then the next final date would be in a month, roughly from today. So basically, there's 8 types of changes. They're summarized right here in the agenda item. So the first is for event halls to be regulated and allowed. They're currently sort of in a gray space. They're not really listed, and so depending on who's in charge, they might categorize them differently or allow them or not allow them because it's just not very clear. It is clear that nonprofit event spaces are allowed, you know, like nonprofit foundations that have events, but there's a lot of requests for for-profit event spaces. They could be like party locations, banquets, birthday party things. So we have quite a few of those. So basically, it's just creating a definition and a regulation for that. They would be allowed, but with a special land use approval. The next would be to allow some limited types of LED strip lighting to be used in businesses in the central business district and multi-use district. This really came, I don't remember who brought it to the planning commission, but someone brought it to the planning commission and they talked about it extensively. LED strip lighting is essentially like the lights that are very thin. They go often around windows in businesses just to sort of attract attention. A lot of businesses have them. They're not currently allowed, so this would allow them sometimes in certain circumstances. So the third one, C, is right now if someone is doing a facade renovation, which is basically the front of their building, what everybody sees, wood is not allowed at all. So it allows some types of wood to be used on commercial buildings sometimes. So we already have brick, glass, metal, other things are allowed. It's adding another material to that. D is to modify a parking lot requirement. Basically, this was put in for small parking lots, but we learned that these type of calculations in engineering is just not feasible for small parking lots. It's very costly. It could cost like $10,000 in engineering just for like 5 parking spaces. But we would still have a lot of engineering requirements and rules for stormwater management for large parking lots. So that would remain, like the large parking lot requirements, but we would be removing some of these requirements for the small parking lots in terms of stormwater management. Letter E is to increase the area of projecting signs permitted. So a projecting sign, you have wall signs which are just flat on a building, but projecting signs stick out like this, so when you're driving you can see it, or when you're walking, they stick out over the sidewalk. So currently they are allowed, but only up to 6 square feet. So an example of one that would fit within this is I think Amici's Pizza, the Juice Box on Joseph Campo, they have these like little signs sticking out. But currently they're restricted to 6 square feet, so it would be much larger, it'd be 16 square feet. F is to allow for exterior security gates. Currently, we only allow interior security gates, so if you wanna have security bars, they need to be behind the glass. But, oh, you know what, that photo doesn't show it, they must have not had it then.
Oh, you know
Do you
what?
have a more recent one?
This was in
Oh,
2016.
go to the view in the corner of the,
Here?
no, can you be like right there?
Oh, down here?
Oh, it's not there.
No.
Right now, just leave this up.
Arrow.
Right now, if you go to this corner, there's a sign sticking out, like over the sidewalk. I don't know why it's not on here, this is, I guess, an older picture, but that's the kind of sign that we're talking about. Okay, so, but for security gates, currently, if you have something very like valuable, you wanna protect your store, you can only put security gates on the inside of the glass, you can't put it on the outside of the glass. So this would allow outside security gates and fencing. G is to permit 2 fences along side lot lines. So when you have homeowners next to each other, if one person has a fence, the other owner could also build a fence on the side lot line. They would be just next to each other, like this close. There wouldn't be any really space in between them. And then the other one is, there was an this was really just technical. It was written mixed use district, and it should be multi-use district, so there was like a typo here. So it's just clarifying that typo. So do you have any questions about any of these? So again, this is not the vote. I don't know if you have any questions, just for your information, but the vote would be in,
Next one.
well, we still have to vote to set
Yep,
the date
still
though,
need
right?
It's already in the resolution.
Okay, the
So
date was
really,
the,
it's really no need for discussion. If you have questions, it's fine. But the resolution already says that the public hearing is August 11th, I think is the first Saturday.
I printed it and I forgot to bring it up.
Yeah, hold on, I think so.
Carolyn, just a
Same
question about if say fence close to each other, if
Mhm.
both neighbors, so if his weed comes, who's gonna clean the weed and how are you gonna maintain this?
August 13th.
You know, I didn't bring this one to, I didn't propose this ordinance, so I don't have a lot of background on this one, as it didn't come from me. I think it was originally proposed by council, and then it got kicked to the planning commission, because they had to review it first.
Yep.
So I'm not really sure who would
I
clean the
can,
weeds
I
between
can
it.
answer that question. It was the double fencing. It was, resolution was coming to the council. Went back to the zoning, planning, everything is coming to there. So there is is the metal fence, some of them, and right on there is gonna be the, let's say example, wood. And there is no between the middle. If it is any wood over there, it's the owner responsibility to do it.
I mean, if you have two wood fences, I don't know how that could ever be clean, but if you have,
Some of
if
them
you
already
have
have
if you have a fence that's like metal, you can kind of
Yep.
get it
Only,
out.
but if it's wood,
Yeah.
wood, how is gonna clean it? That's what my
It
question
would
is.
just,
It's
But
gonna
it-
be difficult,
Well, then
there's
they'd be
no
taking,
question.
they shouldn't do that, because they'd be ticketed and they're gonna have to take it down to clean it up.
Yes.
So they shouldn't do
How
that.
they run, who's responsible?
well, the ordinance says who's responsible for
Owner.
building the fence,
No,
for maintaining it?
It's the owner. It's-
Owner.
It's the owner's side, so whoever is the owner of that, you know,
He has to do it.
they have to do it. And then if it's two wooden fences.
There's two
it's not-
owners
Well,
in
that's-
there.
before, there was only one owner, so that person would be responsible, but it would become more complicated now because you'd have two owners.
It's two owners, it's in the ordinance.
Well, I mean, if it's,
If it's-
it depends on whose side of the.
Yeah.
of the-
Thank you.
Property line it is. There is a property line, you know, so.
There is the specifically house, your right hand side is you. That's all. Okay, I think we
So
are
the
good.
there's like overlap on the stuff that we discussed in the planning commission, and now it's coming from the zoning. For example, the LED and the projecting signs, we discussed it in the planning, and we send it to the city council here. So now it came from the zoning, not sure why is that overlap. But the LED, there was an argument about the level, the degree of the light. It's 4 now allowed. The planning commission wanted to make it 10, and then they failed to get the votes. And we were saying at least make it in the middle, like 8 or so. Because 4, you can't really see it. It's really dim. Is it mentioned here that?
So I have the notes, I wasn't at that meeting, but I have the minutes from the planning commission, and I can explain the process. All zoning amendments have to start with the planning commission, and then they have to get sent forward for recommendation. So that's why I know, they honestly, they talked about these things for like 6 months to a year probably. You've been there, seeing all the you've been there too. So they've probably been discussing these things for between 6 months and a year, deliberating, so this is sort of the final. So then it has to come to council twice. So amendments are, you know, a big deal, because they have to go a lot of places. So the notes I have, the minutes that were taken, has a discussion of raising it from 4-foot candles to 10-foot candles, but it says that motion failed. So that's why it stayed at 4 moving forward. So basically, that's just, the counter argument to allowing these LEDs has been for some that they're just too bright. Like, they're too bright, they're distracting. So basically, limiting the foot candles makes, you can have these LED lights, but you can't turn them all the way up. They can't be like flashing and just really, really bright. But
Okay.
that motion to get to 10 didn't pass.
So I know it didn't pass that day because we didn't have enough members, so, but in other cities, it's allowed. Every city, you go to Dearborn Heights, it's beautiful in the district, in the commercial district. Here, 4, you can't really see it. When he presented the thing in front of us, 4, it's dark. You can't see it. So in the downtown area or the business district, it's not gonna annoy the residents there. So a lot of people want it, business people. So I suggested that day to at least make it in the middle between 4 and 10, make it 8. Because really people want that, and you can't just avoid it because one resident complained that he is near to a business and it bothers him. But it wasn't bright at all.
Mr. Mayor, our city attorney advises if you wanna like potentially pass part of this and take out that section and kick it back down to zoning, that part of it, we could do that.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
that is exactly, they already brought it here. So it's up to us now what we're gonna do.
We
And
can amend that here. and-
Okay, well, hold on.
Sorry.
Go ahead,
No,
Mr. Attorney.
Oh, yeah, so what you could do is, and I'm sure Councilman is about to say the same thing, but what you could do is recommend the approval, the amendment down to the planning commission. Planning commission would have to redo a meeting, vote on it, same way they did for this one, and then kick it back up for your approval. I know
Yeah.
Councilman is.
Or-
On that one topic, not the rest of it.
Okay.
No, the other one-
Or we
Or
can
all.
send back to them,
Yeah.
go fix it and bring it back.
Correct.
Now the question is not there. Question is the one, we are appointing the zoning people. Mr. Mayor, you saying there is no people over there. Those kinds of people we are appointing who don't know nothing, no shit, okay? And those people getting appointed. And that is the problem I see. So if up to us, we say no, return to them, or we can amend it partially. If it is too long, we can send whole thing back. The section you already there, somebody already there from the council or community, that you can advise them to modify it and bring it back.
So if we send it back, it's gonna be sent to the planning or to the zoning now?
It's zoning right now.
Because,
Planning board.
Planning commission.
Yeah, the
Planning.
planning board.
Zoning to planning.
We're talking on the planning.
so, okay.
If we just reject the one, yeah.
So the argument at the planning was about 2 items here. This one and the projecting signs. It's allowed now 6 feet, right? You said?
6 square feet, yeah. it's
6
like
square feet. And then
This big.
the suggestion there in the minutes, someone was suggesting 14 or
It's 16,
16.
which is,
So
would be
before,
like at least this big, but sticking off of your building.
okay,
basically.
so at the end, I suggested to meet in the middle, make it 12 or 14. But it was some kind of
Argument.
argument, and people just wants to oppose each other in that.
Mr. Chair.
And that's why each one wants either my way or the highway, extremely like either to the left or to the right. Why can't we meet in the middle? That's the thing. So, and that's why we need to, see if the planning commission will work with each other or make some changes.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
I, if it's possible, with attorney permission, I'd like to amend this resolution, exception with the section, what the section reading, I don't know, I didn't go there.
LED light.
Yeah,
lights, B.
so
Mhm.
exception with that one, we will pass it, we can do it.
With the number, with the number.
Okay, then the exception, the paragraph or the item goes back to the planning commission.
Just the LED section.
Yeah, each section.
So that
So
would be item
LED
B.
and the projecting signs. These are the 2 that they didn't agree on, and I would suggest to meet in the middle. I think that should be satisfying to everyone.
Mr. Chair, from the
If you
council,
approve-
It's
if you
very
approve for the
high.
number,
16 is
if you
quite
approve for the number
big,
and you
maybe.
fix the ordinance over there.
We
approve for the
suggested
number.
Okay.
12 feet.
So-
We
so
suggested
let's
it stat
make
12, and then somebody.
LED
made-
light 8.
Yes.
we can recommend them. We can recommend the middle, the way it is.
So we are amending or not?
Yeah, we are amending and
Go ahead,
sending
Amber.
a
Recommending and
recommendation.
the recommend them
Okay,
too.
please,
Remember, it's
I
also
need
not
a
approving,
motion.
you're also not approving it, this is just.
Just a discussion, right?
So
Yeah.
now, next time when we come for the second reading, what you'll see is gonna be different, it'll be,
Then
you'll
area.
have removed what you're amending right now and sending down, so just take that. if you're gonna, if
Yeah.
you vote to approve them.
Okay.
So we both under condition, right?
So is it only removing what letter? did you
B
say?
was the LED
B?
lighting.
B or D?
B
And the
and,
sign.
B and the sign. And
Signs,
E.
the projecting signs
E
is
and E.
E.
B and E.
So we'll make.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I like to amend the resolution 2024-75A exception with the B and E.
Oh.
I'll second.
With the
Thank
number.
Do we have to come up with a number
With the
now?
number, yes.
8 for LED.
Then we'll
12
figure it
I
for-
out.
think it's gotta go
No.
back.
That's
to the
gotta go
planning.
back.
And then
Number,
can
you guys
Okay.
gotta figure it out, send it
Can
to
we
us.
make a recommendation when it
All
comes
right.
to planning? Like,
Right, that's.
It is just a recommendation,
So
yes.
maybe that should be in the motion, like we are recommending
Yeah,
this instead.
Carolyn's actually right.
Okay.
Because you're not.
With
amending it,
recommending-
you can
with
only
recommending-
recommend it be
If you wanna.
With recommending, like what Mayor said, go ahead, then she can write.
It's not none.
So what is your recommendation?
So technically, they could reject it. say
Yes,
the same
they can
thing,
reject
And then
it.
you could reject it again.
Again, back and forth.
So-
So what is your
We are
recommendation?
not
What
too,
is
dark,
it?
You're sending
not
back?
too dark or not too bright. We want to be middle.
Go ahead,
I
Mr.
still,
Mayor.
With the
I,
number.
I'm sorry, but I
With the
still need a
number.
second before you guys discuss.
I did
I did,
second.
Mohit Mahmood did.
Second, okay.
And just listen to Mr. Mayor proposal of what he's recommending, let's get it done.
Go ahead.
We're
So just to
talking
make
nonsense.
everybody happy, you have to make in the middle. So 8 for LED, 12 for the projecting sign.
12 square feet for projecting signs.
That's our recommendation, and then we'll discuss it in
And
the.
8
And
lighting.
then 8-foot candles.
So are we keeping it or?
No, it's 4 now, so we'll make it 8. Recommend 8.
Okay,
Correct.
but Hassan's, Councilman Hassan's motion was to remove the two
We're
items.
removing it, but we're sending it back with a recommendation. Saying
With
we're
recommendation.
rejecting it
With the
for
number.
this reason, and here's our recommendation. So it will be in the minutes, I think, and then we'll present that to
Yep,
planning
yep.
and say,
The council recommended.
this is what the council recommended, please re-examine.
Okay, go ahead.
If you wanna recommend it with the number, if it's not gonna approve.
By the way, the one
We
who,
already did the number, 8 and,
We're
Was-
gonna write down the
who
number
was
if you
Sumeri
wanna
who
amend it with the number.
opposed?
Yes.
Go ahead.
No, we're gonna amend it with the number.
I
We
got
don't
it.
need-
Yeah,
We
yeah,
didn't need again and again million times. We just
Right.
fix it one time.
All right.
Now, that's why Mayor mentioned the numbers.
now
Councilman.
he-
Yeah, I think, Sumeri that time, you, هو صوتك دي عرقل الأمور.
Yeah. And so next meeting, you would provide that with that.
So we are going forward or?
Yeah, so we move now with the amended,
With the number.
yeah,
Recommended.
and the recommended numbers.
Yeah. You can amend it with the number.
So can we vote on the amendment?
Yes.
Yeah, with the number. With the number.
Recommend.
Mayor already
If it's not
provided
with
the
the
number.
number, who's not gonna agree with that one?
Okay, we're voting.
He's not
on
gonna
removing-
talk in million times.
We're voting on removing B and E from the amendments to the zoning.
With the number.
Yeah, we.
With
what's
the recommendation.
Councilman Hassan,
Yes.
thank you. Councilman Al Samiri.
No.
Councilman Mahmoud.
What do you mean, no?
You
Well,
don't want to
No,
remove
Yes.
the
because we
amendments.
didn't
So,
bring the number.
okay, that, he is right, we already suggested numbers,
Yeah.
so
Numbers,
you
right.
send
The
it back with
numbers are
numbers.
not going to be in the amendment.
Yeah.
No, we
It has
proof
to
it
be.
with the, we wanna
recommended
amend it with the
8
number.
And 12
Eight
square
into
feet.
the-
With the recommended numbers.
With the recommendation.
Yeah,
You
so we
use
send
the
it
word
with
I'm
recommended.
sorry, with all due respect, the recommendations is not part of the resolution,
Right.
so I'm not going to put it in, it's irrelevant. She can recommend whatever she
Yes.
wants to whatever board, but as a resolution, I'm amending to remove these two items off the resolution.
And you can add.
We are-
I can add, okay, we can recommend to the zoning.
Direct Carolyn to
Yes.
recommend them.
Okay,
With the number.
direct them
I got the
to-
numbers.
Yeah,
Okay.
we
That the mayor
got,
said.
we guess right now with the number, we gonna proof it with the number. If it's not, you wanna talk the through or you wanna guess a play game?
The number,
Okay.
number will be there.
Represents eight for the LED,
And 12 square
12
feet.
square
Yes.
feet.
That is the recommendation.
and then 12 for the signage, 12 square
Correct.
foot. Okay, can we, I'm
Yes.
gonna start over.
Yes.
Councilman Hassan,
Yes.
Councilman Al Samiri,
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud,
Yes.
Councilman Musa,
I take time. Yes.
yes. Mr. Mayor, the amendment to remove B and E and Carolyn to recommend to the boards and commissions to change it from 8-foot to LED, you mean 8-foot candle?
8-foot candles
And
and 12
12
square
foot
feet.
signage approved.
Yes.
All
That's
right.
correct.
But that's just the amendment.
I know I'm going, Mr. Chair,
Now, we
Mr.
got-
Chair,
Please,
I have to,
sure.
yeah, I have to bring the resolution as amended.
Second.
All right.
Yeah,
I need a motion, please, a second.
I did the motion.
Abu
I
Musa
did
second.
Okay. All in favor for the change?
Aye.
Yes.
Okay, and now, can we vote on the amendment itself? Councilman Hassan?
Yes,
Councilman Al Samiri?
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud?
Yes.
Councilman Musa?
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, do you wanna vote on this?
Yes,
Yes, you were voting, or is yes your vote?
yes.
He's voting yes.
My vote.
Yes, and yes, okay. Mr. Mayor, resolution 2024, amended resolution 2024-75A approved.
Thank you.
We got there.
All right, so we're done with that. We move to the next one, resolution 2024-76, approving the renewal of workers' compensation, excess insurance, and third-party administrator.
offer.
Second.
Mr. Mayor, I have Mashana here and Amir to speak on this, plus a representative from the Creative Benefits and Insurance Solution here to speak on that. Can I step up? This is an annual renewal for our excess insurance.
So, Councilman and Mayor, this is basically the excess insurance we take out for the workers' comp. We actually, as a city, have been self-insuring ourselves as far as workers' comp is concerned. And this has been done for a good 50+ years. That's how we've been doing it. And we are normally below what the actual, if we do a full insurance, then our cost is going to be higher. So we've been doing self-insurance for a number of years. This insurance renewal is basically for the access insurance. So we have certain limits where we cover the workman's comp. So for example, for firefighters, I think it's 500,000. No, firefighters is 750, and for the rest of the employees, it's like firefighters and police, it's 750, and for the other employees, it's 500,000 per occurrence. And then, in addition to that, there is a cumulative limit of about 2.5 million around. Beyond that, the excess insurance kicks in. So the cost of the access insurance is about 162,000 for the year, which also includes the cost of managing the entire workman's comp for our employees through the ASU group. Our if we look at the average of the last 10 years on our cost, it's about 118,000 that we pay for the claims that we have, and this varies anywhere from 17 to 20,000 in 1 year to 25 to 30,000 or to 45,000 in other years. So, but the average comes out to be 118,000. So overall, the total cost, if you look at it, it'll be 162 for the access insurance plus, like I said, 118, depending on the claims that year, is going to be the total cost of workman's comp, insurance. So right now, we're here to basically get the council approval on the access insurance for workman's comp.
Mr. Mayor, in short, Creative Benefit Insurance Solutions is a broker. They farm this out to the various carriers, and they get us the best deal possible.
So the dollar amount just for the unemployment and
No,
medical.
the dollar amount of 162,000 is for the access insurance beyond our limits, and our cost for the workman's comp depends on the claims that get filed in that particular year. So like I said, on an average, if you look at a 10-year average, it was 118,000. But it could vary between 20,000 to 250,000.
So you have three components to the workers' comp program, and you've been self-insured since 1965, so for a very long time, 59 years, as Amir mentioned. And so the three components are that you have the excess insurance he's referring to, you have a state-approved third-party administrator who administers your claims in accordance with the state requirements, and then you have your self-funded piece. And so cumulative, that's where he's referring to, we have about 118,000 in claims on an average, as low as 20,000, as high as 245,000 in a year. And then we have the TPA and stop loss, which is at 162,000. And so the other thing is that we're in a very hard market right now in the insurance world. And so I did negotiate both of these carriers to lock these rates in for you for 2 years. Because if we don't, we're going to get another increase next year.
Is the employee paying any premium on this amount, or there's no premium from the employee?
No, no premium.
No premium.
It's by state that we have to provide
The
workers' comp.
Mr. Chair?
Yes, sir. Go
So
ahead.
what is the gain after this?
So
contract?
we took out the, if we farm this insurance out and do a fully insured program, that is going to cost us about 400,000. That was the cheapest that we got, 397 something. And this way, this is going to cost, somewhere between 200 to 250,000 or 300,000 max.
So the other one, employee contribution,
There is no employee contribution.
not this one. How about the other one?
No contribution.
How about previously, 59 years?
No, this is a workman's comp where the state does not, you cannot charge employees to contribute.
I know.
to this.
So we're just questioning you, what we gaining? We are gaining
We are
something?
gaining about
That's all we need to
100,000.
know. That's what we trust you guys. We are gaining, it is good and we okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
that's
are
all we're
gaining,
saying.
I mean, if we do a fully insured program, it's gonna cost us about 400,000.
I got it.
And this is going to cost us maybe about 250 to 300.
Max.
Max,
Okay, that's all we
Where
want.
this fund coming from?
from the general fund.
Fund.
So
Of
it's
course.
accounted for in the budget.
So at least we are saving $100,000.
Yeah, if you go to a fully, and that's why we have been self-insuring it, because it's cheaper to self-insure, and that's what we have been doing for 59 years.
Okay, Mr. Mayor,
So
I'm
the
okay.
recommendation is to go for an approval for 2 years, so that, we can lock in these rates.
All right, let's go.
Councilman Hassan,
Yes.
Councilman Musa,
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud,
Yes.
Councilman Al Samiri.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, resolution 2024-76 approved.
Thank you. Thank you. Next one is resolution 2024-77, approving memorandum of understanding between the city of Hamtramck and Wayne County Public Health Department.
Offer.
Second.
Mr. Mayor, I have our fire chief here to explain this one.
What this is basically, it's a memorandum of understanding, so if there is another pandemic or anything, a public health emergency, Wayne County will provide us with the materials and supplies to do a closed, just a closed point for us to get our prophylactic treatments. So, and without this in place, we will be without. This is just a matter of housekeeping, like an insurance policy. So if something does happen, they will provide it to us. Once we have signed it in agreement, I will send in the forms stating who all our contact people are, point of contacts, our distribution center, and everything will be lined up. And hopefully we never have to use it.
Close point of dispensing.
Yes.
That's what you're trying to say. Okay. All right. Any questions about this?
No?
Okay.
Councilman Al Samiri,
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud,
Yes.
Councilman Musa,
Yes.
Councilman Hassan.
Yes.
Resolution 2024-77 approved.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, next one is resolution 2024-78, approving action regarding Wayne County rate of first refusal properties.
Offer.
Second.
Mr. Mayor, every so often throughout the year, Wayne County brings us properties that have been fully foreclosed upon, and as mayor and council are aware, we have the right of first refusal on said properties. This year, they brought us 3 properties, a lot on Carpenter, a house on St. Aubin, and a house on Dyer Street. The lot is very inexpensive. The cost is about $1,600 to us. The house on St. Aubin will cost us about $2,100, and the lot, or the house on Dyer will cost us about $27,000. I will caution you that the house on St. Aubin is currently occupied, so we will become instant landlords if we buy it. But that's not unusual for these type of circumstances. But it's also quite possible that they will get in gear and redeem it from the county as well during the process. But as council has done in the past, council has approved these purchases previously, and we have been quite successful with them. At a minimum, I would say let's get this lot, because we own the 3 lots right next to it on Carpenter, and it would actually make those 3 more marketable, because they are right next to the party store there, which will give us some versatility in what we do with them moving forward.
So the people who reside in this house, do they know about the issue or no?
They do. The day we got this, I sent one of our employees over there to make sure they're fully aware of it, and of course, to survey the situation of these properties. And our employee spoke with them, and they were fully aware of it already.
So they chose not to do anything about it, or?
The house isn't in great shape, so I don't know if they're just letting it go or really what their circumstances are, but they are aware. I can't speak to what they will or will not do.
So if we don't buy it, then Wayne County will take it, right?
Yeah, essentially Wayne County will just auction them.
Already,
So the other house, is it occupied now or no?
Hard to say. We got no answer at the door. We weren't gonna make entry without being owners of the property. But it appeared it might be vacant, but it's undetermined. But, quite often we do get surprised with these and find that there are squatters in them after the fact too. So, if we do purchase these, we will obviously take possession of them, clean them, secure them. If
Legally
people
take
have
possession.
secure them properly, and, take all the proper legal means necessary, so.
So we have seen in the past that when we buy these properties, we make money out of them and we sell them for a lot more. I mean, it's not a good, it's a good investment for the city, but we, at the same time, don't want to hurt anyone. But if people are aware of what's going on and they chose not to take any actions, then, I mean, I don't know,
I would say it's probably better for the city in the long run to purchase these. The county's just gonna auction them off to who knows who anyhow. Then there really is zero control over what happens with them. And honestly, who knows how long it would be before anyone does anything with them. At least the city has some measure of control of what happens with these houses and property, if we do purchase them. Because I will guarantee that we will at least clean up the properties, secure the buildings. If there is something that the people decide to do with them, this will definitely nudge them to get it out of foreclosure if the county allows them to. I do think it was probably a wiser decision for us to purchase them rather than just let Wayne County just auction them randomly.
Right, and then Wayne County has thousands, or maybe hundreds, I don't know the number, but they have a lot. So like Max is saying, to secure the property and to make sure that it would be better for us to be able to do it, because we actually can concentrate on the few that we have rather than.
Mr. Chair,
yes, Councilman.
this is actually Wayne County favoring us.
Yeah.
Okay, they can go take the money auction lot. So there is few years ago, the Wayne County treasurer and everybody tried to help, give something to the Hamtramck City, reasonable price, then Hamtramck City can make some money, and like a manager say, can control some of the point. So this is no question for me, to approve it.
Councilman's right, the law changed,
Yep.
maybe a year and a half ago.
Yep.
To allow for this.
Yeah, I mean, 2 years ago, we bought multiple properties for 48,000. We sold them for 450,000. But during that time, the former city manager was under the impression that the money goes back to Wayne County, and she recommended not to buy them.
No.
But then I said, okay, let's buy them and sell them to our residents, and then it turns out that that money is for the city. So it's a good investment for us, but we did our duty by letting the residents know, or the owners, if they want to act and save the properties, they could, but it seems like they chose not to. I'm just worried that Councilman Sumeri will go and bid on them and take them off.
Wayne County already been notified those people million times. After that, it came to
Yeah.
here.
All right, so
Yes,
I
please.
guess we can buy them and sell them
Vote.
to her.
Yeah.
Councilman Al Samiri.
Yes.
Councilman Hassan.
Yes.
Councilman Mahmoud.
Yes.
Councilman Musa.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, resolution 2022-98 approved.
Thank you. Okay. Next one is Resolution F for discussion, common council appointment to Planning Commission.
Offer.
Second.
All
Mr.
right,
Chair,
now we can discuss this.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Councilman Hassan, go ahead.
I don't know how much experience you have about this. Let me explain 16 years experience. Every 2 years, every mayor appoint the council. From the council, mayor is the one bring the name and council approve it. That's all happening last 16 years. I mean, 8 times I saw my life. So, the zoning appointee is coming through council members. Then we approve. Planning commission, I want attorney and city manager, everybody should look at that one with the charter and appointed thing. Planning commission, only the planning commission, mayor has the power, bring the name, council approve it. It's not the council appoint.
No, no.
Although I was telling you that we're gonna clarify with that, who is gonna be right, you're gonna see the next meeting. So, let me explain me that. I'm 16 years here. I saw the 8 times. Miss Mayaski appointed to the Sumari. Okay? So that time, we always respect the mayor. We say yes. One time, we have a disagreement with the Mayaski. Even though we did not pass, she appoint her own
Please call it
appointee
out.
name.
Attorney.
Yeah.
No.
It's
We'll
gonna be clear. It's gonna be clear
The
very soon.
ex officio.
While council has to approve it, mayor is the one bring the name.
No. Wait a minute. You
That's
will
all-
see it now. I explained earlier, the ex officio council member is the only one in the planning appointed by the council member.
Okay.
If you used to do it in the previous practice, then you used to do it
Well,
wrong.
no, planning.
You used to do it wrong.
No, nobody bring the name. Mayor bring the name and we approve it.
Well, you're gonna see
Well,
it in a
let's
couple
see
of
that.
minutes.
Yeah, let's see that.
Yeah.
So, it's not the thing who is going. We respect you. You put the somebody name and I will approve it, no matter what. I don't have no interest. What is the interest is coming? Like you saying, we cannot find the people in the zoning, and everybody say yes, yes. Don't know how to read, and somebody says something, and yes. Same thing happening, some of the planning commission. So, and after that is come, and oh God, what they did. They did the variance about the medical marijuana things, zoning. Whatever our attorney already told them, yourselves told them don't do it, but they did it. They don't know what is there. They don't know what's
That's
going
your
on.
appointment. That's the city council appointment.
Well, I'm not telling you. I'm just telling everybody.
Well, I want the attorney now to read that section because.
Right, so it says that the city plan commission is hereby the commission shall consist of the mayor of the city and 1 member of the common council to be selected by the common council. As
By the
members
common
of
By the council select.
And 7 other persons who shall be appointed by the mayor as provided by the chapter.
So
it doesn't
so
exactly
read it
say
again.
who
He didn't
appoints.
get it. He's still
I got
arguing.
it.
No, you didn't get it.
I told you.
The city council member, one city council in the planning has to be appointed by the city council.
I'm
Every other
very
member.
clear, very clear.
Don't
But who
interrupt
bring the
me.
name? Who bring the name?
Right, that's not clear.
Who bring the name? That's not clear. All I expect, that's not clear. Read it again. Who
The
bring the
second
name?
sentence,
All it says is one member of the common
Yeah.
council to be selected by the common council.
Yeah.
by the common council.
By the council.
So the
But
anyone
who
can
bring
bring
the
the
name?
By
Doesn't
the
say
council,
Pittsburgh,
yeah.
but
Okay.
Well, the next sentence said,
That-
others
Right,
by the
7 other
mayor.
persons who shall be appointed
So
by
the
mayor.
first by the council,
Again and
others by
again.
the mayor.
Again and
It's
again.
clear, Hassan, it's clear.
Okay, let me
The
explain.
councilman, no, don't explain, it's there.
No.
Read it again, please, read it.
Well,
Because the
excuse me.
second-
I don't have to read. I have the floor, Mr. Mayor.
No, he's gonna read it and you.
No, I read it. I know what is
Oh,
that.
well,
Let me
okay.
explain to you that.
No, he's gonna.
I have to speak now.
He has.
I have to speak.
No, I make the rules. So he's gonna read it, then you speak.
Okay, go ahead, read
Read
it.
it, please.
All right, so it says, the commission shall consist of the mayor of the city, and one member of the common council to be selected by the common council.
By the common council,
As
by
member
the-
of
Excuse me?
ex officio and 7 other persons who shall be appointed by the mayor.
by the mayor.
As a private.
So
Can-
one by the
can I
council,
speak now?
second by the mayor.
Can I speak now?
One by the common council, 7 by the mayor. It's clear. The
Okay,
second sentence.
Can I
clarifies
speak
everything.
now?
You can speak now, yeah.
Okay. So, there is not English language saying who gonna bring the name.
It doesn't say.
That's what I was trying to tell you. There is nothing saying who gonna bring the name. Okay? Let me explain you, Mr. Mayor. So, always resolution come with the name. Council don't put the resolution for the planning commission. There is the always, go there. When Sumari was appointed, go please see who council brought Sumari name. Nobody. It was came with the resolution Sumari name. Who brought the resolution that time? It was the mayor. That's why I tried to explain to you.
It doesn't mean it was done correctly.
Okay,
It doesn't mean it was done correctly.
I-
Because there's two separate sentences
Excuse me.
here.
Excuse
There's
me.
two
Go ahead,
sentences.
Mr. Attorney.
I don't think you're gonna like what I'm gonna say, but I do think the mayor might be right here, because basically here where it says, when you removal from office upon written charge after public hearing, the mayor may remove a member other than the members selected by the
Seven of them
council.
him. So,
So-
Other than the one selected by you.
okay, so,
It's
okay, let's
clear.
say, let's
It's
say,
clear.
let's say you're gonna, okay, let's say we need the one planning commission official, elected official here. Who gonna bring the name?
You guys agree on it.
No, okay, what I'm saying,
So I
Mr.
think
Mayor.
what happened in the past is.
Yes,
Well,
that's all I tried to explain.
Councilman is saying basically for the last 16 years,
Yes.
the mayor has.
Mayor bring the name.
Has done that, but I think basically.
It was
they were
done
doing
wrong.
that.
Isn't it the same way that they pick the president,
The mayor pro tem.
They pick a pro tem.
I
No,
think that
no.
basically.
A resolution always come with the name.
As a,
Resolution came with the
It
name.
doesn't matter about the resolution. Here, there's two separate sentences. Council member appointed by the council.
Okay.
Why you interrupt me? Let me finish
Go
my sentence,
ahead,
please.
go ahead.
Council member appointed by the council.
Yeah.
7 others appointed by the mayor. There's
Okay.
two separate sentences.
Okay.
And removal, everyone by the mayor except the council by the council.
Okay.
So it's clear. There's two
Okay.
separate
So,
sentences here.
from going now on, after 2 years, Sumari term is expired.
I don't care. You guys decide.
I'm just
You guys
talking.
decide.
I think it was. I think there's a
Mr.
couple
Councilman, I think we need to.
Hold on. So now, we're gonna practice, bring the name from the council for the planning commission, for the council.
Correct, and I think that, so the reason for confusion here is because a past practice was incorrect.
Yes.
So one of the things that they did in the past was they allowed for example, the mayor to be part of the, so the mayor has to be the appointed member. You can't appoint, so that was something that I think in the past they've done incorrectly. I think this was just not followed correctly.
That's
So
okay.
right now, the mayor is 100% right.
Okay.
The law is what he's saying, and actually, your reasoning is correct, so, but I think that what the council
So-
is saying is that the past practice.
Well, this is,
So what is correct though, moving forward, is what the law says.
Yeah.
So the
So-
council should bring the.
so now council gonna bring the name.
Right.
That's it.
I have one question, Mr. Mayor.
Go ahead. Council.
So do you have any limitation for the council member being the planning commission?
There's
There is
only
no-
one, it says, so basically it says is, and one member of the common council to be selected by the council as a member ex officio.
There's no
How many
limitation.
times?
Although.
How many times?
Oh, there's no.
No limitation.
There's no limitation to how many times.
So one person can be more than one, or?
Their appointment goes as long as,
It's
so,
3 years.
yeah, 3 years exactly.
To January 1st.
Yeah.
Well,
But same person can run more than one term. That's
Yeah,
the
we
question,
renew
right.
members, I think it's
Right.
the same thing. We
So if
can
you have,
renew.
I mean, whoever interested, you can put your name up and then we can vote on it without making argument. I guess that's.
I mean, to me, it doesn't matter. I'm
Right.
not, I told you, it's your decision, not mine. So I'm not in favor of anyone. You guys decide. It's nothing. It's more work, more volunteer time. If you are committed and you want to attend more, you're welcome. I
You
mean,
can also amend this to make it so that 2 council members can be on it if you want it. You have the power to do that.
Isn't that a charter's rule?
Well, oh, this is a chart.
Mm,
Yeah.
But, if,
You're right.
okay, can't one be the
Actually,
common
is it-
council and one be a regular member?
No,
Just
Mr.
only
Mayor,
one-
Mr. Mayor.
One number from the council.
one only.
Um,
So, okay, so here is the calculation.
Mr. Adon, Hassan, can I say one
Yeah,
thing?
go ahead.
go ahead.
Please, by the charter, we are already work with the charter, but I do not bypass the charter. I'm requesting you, maybe we can find some solution. I will request all those councillor and mayor also. Can you help me out to tap this for only one more meeting? Could we have a very good
No,
solution?
it is the discussion, there is no table. You know,
Right,
that
you-
is
you've already
resolution.
discussed it, so-
We're
Yes,
not
I'm discussing here. If I'm
Okay.
urging you, I'm urging my colleague, urging my friend and mayor also. I'm requesting you to,
There is, Mr. Chair, there is no resolution. Discussion over. If you want to bring resolution,
this is
then we're gonna
Yeah,
talk.
we're just gonna
We
discuss.
just
It's not
discuss.
charter, it's ordinance.
so this is the thing I'm discussing with you. If you guys allow me to, I hope we can have a better solution.
I think we
You
can.
know,
No,
I
no,
mean,
discussion done. You don't have to do nothing.
Okay,
So by the next
So
meeting.
what, we may have to make the decision now or what?
No, we don't have to.
next meeting.
So next time, you guys,
Yeah, this way
Discuss,
they can look more
we
into
come up with
any
a-
of
Yes.
this.
Yeah, next time, if one interested, you can bring a resolution.
Name, council wanna bring it
Name,
now.
resolution 10203. okay.
I can pronounce either Mohit Mahmood Hassan or
Yes,
your
no
name
problem,
to,
no problem.
yeah, it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, it's no
I mean,
problem.
If we discuss
it's more work.
out of
Yeah, no
the
problem.
council, solution will be very easy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Done?
So
That's-
discussion
Please
done.
move on,
Done,
Mr.
discussion,
Mayor, please
yes.
move
Yeah, so we will move on. So
Thank you.
whoever has time, I suggest
I
that you
suggest we
guys
give him more time.
choose, agree. It's nothing, it's just more volunteer work. It's not a powerful position to do
That's all
anything.
volunteer.
Yeah.
If one, welcome, you're welcome anytime.
No
All
paycheck.
right, so,
We're working like 5, 6 years.
Suwaidi
volunteer.
is the man of
For
the
many
difficult
organizations, not
tasks.
just only the planning commission.
Solution is in your hand.
Absolutely.
You should run the business too, man. Just spend time some
All right.
business.
I don't care who's gonna come.
He's not thinking about those auction properties.
So anything else? I think we're done.
Action, somebody you know how to do it, who's gonna do it.
Somebody come up.
All right, okay, so, we moved the last resolution from the consent agenda to be G, which.
No.
No?
Oh, you removed it
It's
completely,
already
you're right,
gone.
yeah, you're right, so we removed it. Are we planning to bring it back or no?
No,
Okay,
So that means that they're not excused.
okay.
no, they are unexcused.
All right, because
It's
last
not
time
discussed,
we
it's still same.
approved it up to
Three.
last
Up to
meeting,
that
right?
day, yeah.
Okay, so, all right, so now, all right, I guess we discussed, we finished with this last resolution and we moved to the report. And I'll start with my report. I think today is the meeting where we had the hottest discussion. So, so I apologize if I raised my voice. It's just that I was sure that I read it multiple times and I understood that it's the way that the attorney explained it at the end. But we always disagree and we come up to an agreement at the end. Councilman Hassan definitely has more experience than all of us, but sometimes previous practice is not always the right
Thank you.
thing. So I appreciate, we always seek consultation from you when we have a difficult situations, so thank you. So I was, for the past 2 days, I was in Washington, D.C. We had a conference to advocate for Yemen, meet with some senators there and talk about the Yemeni situation. So I was there yesterday during the conference. I was one of the speakers, along with Representative Ayyashi was there too. What was funny is the one who made the reservation for me, I told him I have to come back on Tuesday for the meeting. I can't stay. So he reserved for me, he booked the flight, that I come back at 10 p.m. today. And he told me it's set for 10 a.m. So I went to the airport today, and I got there, and I was looking at the screen. There is no flight, to Detroit at 10 a.m. I went to the American airline agent, and she looked. She was like, "This is 10 p.m., not a.m." I was like, "There's no way." I didn't even pay attention myself. I trusted the guy who reserved it. So I was like, "Okay, listen, I have to be there before 5 p.m." They wouldn't change the flight for me. They refused. They said, "You don't have the privilege of changing the flight without paying." I was like, "Look, I've been the mayor for 2.5 years, and I have never missed a meeting. I'm not gonna miss this meeting for a stupid reason like this." So I ended up paying $270, booked another flight, and came on time. I arrived at 4 p.m. today, so I don't miss this meeting. So I guess Councilman Sumeri will pay me that ticket. So I'm here back. I mean, we had fun over the past 2 days. Met a lot of people from different states, and we had a great discussion. I think that's all for me. I don't have anything else to say today, but it's now the Mayor Pro Tem's report. Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, you can go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is the summertime, especially Bangladeshi community, a lot of picnic event going on. So last Sunday, I attended almost 3 different picnics. And end of the day, around 5 o'clock, we had a long and very impact Hindu rallies, starting from the Galagar and Belmont. Our Congressman Sri Tinadar was there, and our mayor called me up from Washington DC and said, "Mayor Pro Tem, I cannot attend this rally. You will attend for yourself and on behalf of me." So I tried my best. I was there, but it was good rally. They were residents, they were all people. They make a good rally. But unfortunately, on this rally, became some ugly, what is called social media message against myself, Councilman Mohit, and especially councilmen. Some people misinterpret. They saw we are doing the rally, that they coded some different way. And some people need to be a little bit more careful to make the comment, not only for me, any public official or anybody else. And it was harmful, it was painful for me. Some people say, how much I take money to somebody bought me. And I told them, I'm just telling you in front of you guys, I'm the person, I cannot be sold. And if you justify somebody's, please feel free to contact with me. Find an explanation what's going on there. And those events only for the Hindu rallies. If anybody listen to my speech, nothing but Hindu rallies, and thank you to come there, and thank you to invite us. I hope all of my friends, political activists, and any residents, Hamtramck or Michigan, before you try to accuse somebody, please go a little bit further. We are very close to reach out. You can reach us in the mosque, you can reach us in the shop, you can reach us anywhere, Kannad, just to come every places. You can ask me or ask any of our colleagues, I saw something, maybe it is not right. We can explain you properly. But it is a good rally, and everybody was enjoying there. Our city manager was there. Thank you. This afternoon, a lot of people coming to join with us our council meeting. And thank you, whoever connected with the social media or TVs. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you. So, all right, we move to the city council report. Who would like to start?
All right, Mr. Mayor, thank you. I just found a very interesting city business directory today. It said, it's really funny. This picture is Abraham Ayash, and name is Isaac Robinson, even though he passed 4 years before maybe.
Where did you find this?
In a Hamtramck, what is it called?
The review, the Hamtramck Review.
Yeah, Pope published this. It's a book, it's a magazine.
Oh.
So, anyways, I sent it to Ayash, and he was like, "What did you find it?" So, anyways, probably this mistake happens, but this is Ibrahim Ayash being a elected official for last 4 times, right? 4 years. Secondly, bless. The handicap sign, just want to ask City Manager, what are you up to now? There's a lot of handicap sign inactive in our city and people complaining about it, like people move out of the city or, they don't belong to this house, but the sign is still there, so it's really getting difficult for other people to park.
So you just gotta let us know if there's one that's inactive. I mean, I'm happy to check on them and then get them yanked out.
Okay, I can ask those people, but is there a way, there is many of them all over the city, is there any way you can check?
We do annually send out the renewals, and if people pay for them, we leave them. If they don't pay for them, we pull them out. I mean, there could be a few that are backlogged, but, and we do occasionally candidly come across a few that just are backlogged because the guys are busy. And then when those are brought to our attentions, I usually send someone out and we get them pulled quickly, but most of them should be active, so.
Okay.
We pull them out quite a bit.
Yeah, there shouldn't be like a glutton of them, but I mean, if there is some in question, just tell them, send us an email or come see us, or councilman, if you just wanna send them over, we'll check on them as we go. My guess is most of them are probably active.
Sure, I'll do that. Also, please use our resources to make sure that, there is no one's having their sign, even if they're moved from the city or they're not belong to this house.
We do pull them, absolutely.
Thank you. One of the things, I know some reason maybe the camera that have been installed, I don't see personally, but my personal opinion, if we put it out to the public, maybe it will reduce our speeding people, even though it's not the purpose of the speeding, but people will scare somehow not to speed on our, because we've been getting complaint, like today the young man came in, he said someone was driving 60 miles speed limit on his street. People see all those cameras hanging out there like some other cities, instead of in hiding area. It will make awareness that cities are watching us. I don't know, that's my personal opinion. You can think about the police chief or you. It's not in hiding, we have camera in our city now. It passed by the city council and it's been installed, so. That's it, nothing else, and thank you, as Mr. Mayor Pro Tem said, that rally was really wonderful, we all have fun. Some people probably misunderstood us, as an elected official, congressman has right to come to our city. Doesn't mean that we are supporting him and we are campaigning about him. So people have misconcept, we tried to make it clear. We had a live. We went to live on the Facebook channel today, me and 2 other councilmen, and explain our standpoint. That's not our purpose. And he has every right to come anywhere he get invited. We can protect people to come into our city. And if somebody comes, we have to give his value. He's still our congressman. He still has chair, and we still have to have a good working relationship. We still have to respect all those elected officials, whoever representing their areas. So that was a misunderstanding in the community. There's nothing, we're not promoting anyone. It's not our purpose. We don't invite him. He came with all invitation. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Anyone else?
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Councilman Hassan, go ahead.
So I just want to, I know I apologize, but I just want to try to tell you what's happening.
In the past, yeah.
No, not only in the past. Not even 3 hours ago, what happened. Okay? 3 hours ago, what happened. This is the way now the planning commission start with the like a mayor Pro-Tem things. Talking, pulling side, don't do it, do it. 3 councilmen told me to bring this resolution. 3 of them. So, 3 of them told me to bring the resolution. Now, one councilman talked to another councilman and biased it. For this reason, previous practice, mayor, we give the mayor respect. You, mayor, pick any name, we all gonna vote for whatever you said. I tried to explain to you that one.
All right.
So 3 council member, 3 of them promised me to bring. Now, 1 council member talked to other council member, paying back. That kinds of situation we don't want here. That's why I tell you, still requesting you, you bring 1 name, anybody, and I promise all gonna vote for you. Then all the conflict is gone.
Okay.
Why are you gonna take the 1 conflict?
All right, if
You
you guys
understand?
give me the permission, I'll do it.
I give my permission.
Are you guys okay?
I'm okay.
All right, I'll do it next
That's
time.
why we're polling here 3 hours ago changed everything.
Okay.
So why you have to waste your time for the, like somebody says, volunteer job? The
Right.
thing is here, we try to eliminate the conflict. That's all.
Okay.
Second, I wanna send the message to my colleague, Khalil, Rafai, and Sadman. Okay, there is the 10 unexcused absence. Okay, 5 months. We already approved you guys. 2 months, 3 months. Still you have an excuse, you can keep it. So if you want to take 10 of them, same time, how many months? 5 months. So as a resident, not council member, as a resident, I make you councilman to take 5 months off every year? It's not that. Again, who is behind of this? Bring the resolution again and again. They still have 10 more. They can take it, not 3 same times. So this is the request, is the responsibility, like the other day Bill Meyer said. Responsibility, respect. Yes, we did not tell you guys we're not going to approve any other. What we said is it as an excuse and we will revisit. What is the meaning of revisit? We will come back again after circumstances, we will approve it. That is the thing. Let's say today, my heartbeat was so high. You know, I'm taking even though I'm coming here, I was thinking I'm gonna go back my car, take the heart medicine again. So that kinds of situation, I have to come to keep the quorum. So what I did wrong?
Yeah.
So that's all basically, and right now, lots of propaganda is going the Bengali community. No doubt, we all voting for Mary Water, and I endorse her, and I'm gonna work for her no matter what. I'm not doing my campaign because I cannot afford it, but if I do little campaign, I'm campaigning for Mary Water and myself. Just want to clear that one. We all have to vote for Mary Waters. No question. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I think just correction, the unexcused absences are 5 consecutive ones, right?
Yeah.
Or 10,
Yeah.
the whole year.
And we will probably bring a resolution every meeting when they're
Right.
not here and you choose to do what you want with that resolution.
Thank you.
Okay. All
And
right.
that one also previous practice.
All right, thank you. So, anyone else? All right. So we move to the public comment.
Ahmed Sharaf, 2 minutes.
I'm asking for 1 more minute before I start it.
Fine.
Name Ahmed Sharafuddin, human rights activist and social activist. To speak today to thank city manager for fixing the park for the kids. My children's is 2 of them, and there's hundreds now of them attend that park. But we have a legal issue now, and I know he was aware of. I wanna show our lawyer before we move on in this. I would like you to see this, and I know I'm not on the city manager. I did ask the city, I emailed each person of the city council to look at it. They said they have an issue with the emails. I asked to fix it and remove it. I was rejected. So if the city won't do it, it's not a threat. I am moving with a legal lawsuit against the city.
What, can you
What is-
explain to us
explain
what
it,
is
yes.
this? Because we
It's
don't-
a park bench, and it appears there's a nail that is a
And I
little
have
out
an
of
old
it.
person was sit on it, already he was at the hospital the other week. And I did ask, I know that's not you, sir, I know you try to help me, and you did. If they get to be removed and replaced, I was promised, not as a amateur, as one of the member, they're gonna be removed and replaced. I was offering to fix it from my own pocket. I was said no. So I don't know why it was rejected, probably that's a couple $1,000. But I know the city says no, I cannot even touch it, not remove it, not fix it. But it's still here, I would like to thank Mr. Max, thank you very much, I know you did a lot.
Where's it at? I don't know.
Oh, it's actually 3 of them, and I have the person actually videotape, we was in the hospital, when he was sitting on that one.
Just, where's this one at?
1 minute.
It's, one of the two, right?
No, you get 3.
Okay, I would like each one, I sent email.
No, don't, we trust you. We request Max, our city manager, he will take care of immediately.
Just one of them.
Sir,
You can,
I would like
Sir,
you to see it,
You gotta
please.
stay at the podium.
Everybody they gonna see it. Everybody they gonna
it's
see
okay, so it's over there,
He's
yeah.
asking the name of the park, is it, which is?
Oh, the one you just fixed, last
Is it
couple weeks.
veterans?
Yeah, I
Is it
spoke,
veterans?
yeah, I spoke to the lady who was donated it, she promised me it's gonna be fixed within a week, she said she's gonna replace it. But I said, as I said, I sent emails, and it's actually 4 of them the same way. If one of the children will get hit in their head, in their eye, stuff like this when they play, it's gonna be an issue. Once again, I can fix it out of my own pocket.
Sorry about the inconvenience, Mr. Mayor, sorry, I don't think I should speak, but in the public comment we can, maybe.
I mean, you can speak, but his time is over.
Right, yeah. Now, I say, Max will take care of it, I know, sorry about the inconvenience, my email doesn't work, he mentioned me, he sent it to email.
I didn't receive anything
Yeah.
either. I don't know if he sent it to me, but I didn't receive it.
that's all for public comment.
All right, so I guess
Adjourn the
we
meeting.
have
Closed session.
closed session.
So you have to adjourn the meeting?
No,
Oh,
after.
I need a motion to start the closed session.
Make a
Motions to start the closed session, please.
Second.
No, we're going to closed session,
We're gonna,
but you'll have to leave. And the closed session starting at 8:43.
Make it 8:45 maybe, so everybody get a chance to leave.
And to be the last cleaning.
We're done.
That's it, I'm done, we're done. We're
Okay, that'll
closed.
be the next meeting.
In
Two
2
weeks.
weeks.